we all agree Trey will be right? But technically he's still 1% wrong for being under contract. So in my case, I'm 100% right, so it should be a no-brainer. And in Trey's case, I think it should be a no-brainer too. I mean, he led 17.5 sacks for 2 years back-to-back. If I was the GM or I was the owner, take all my money. But I guess they don't operate like that. But
that was Bengals first-round pick Shemar Stewart yesterday speaking to media members after once again missing practice. And now the rookie DN has left minicamp altogether. Zach Taylor told us that earlier today. The number 17 pick in this year's draft has been attending team practices or activities but not practicing as he negotiates his rookie contract with the Bengals. Stewart and Cincinnati have reportedly disagreed about certain clauses they want to include in his rookie deal. And he's not the only defensive end sitting out in Cincinnati. You heard him mention Trey Hendrickson. He's also not in attendance as he looks for a long-term extension. So we've heard from Shemar Stewart. Let's hear from head coach Zach Taylor.
I think for all the rookies, you'd like them to be on the field, but certainly there's things that happen over the course of an NFL career, and this is one of them right now. So he's been in the meetings. He's been positive in that way. He's been learning. He's been a good learner, and we look forward to getting him back on the field quickly.
This is obviously a first for you when it comes to a first-round pick. How have you navigated the wall?
There's a first for everything. You know, it's every year you kind of learn something new in this position, and this is just one of those things that the players have managed really well, and we keep the team moving. And when he jumps on the field, that'll be great for our team.
For more on the holdout, we welcome former agent turned NFL salary cap expert Joel Corry. And Joel, I use the word holdout with air quotes there because this is kind of new. We've not really ever seen a rookie leave minicamp in this scenario. Before we get there, what is the discrepancy that Shemar Stewart's team is not happy with when it comes to that rookie contract from Cincinnati?
Well, Stewart doesn't want to be the guinea pig on the Bengals changing language on when the guarantees can void. The previous two first-round picks, the guarantees will void year by year if there's a default or breach. What they want is for all remaining guarantees to void with any one breach. So I don't blame him. On principle, he's right. Maybe he's not the right person to be the messenger since he hasn't played it down for the Bengals yet. Typically, the agent is the one who advocates and the player is silent. So that was a little unusual in and of itself. Plus, some of the comments he made yesterday that the Bengals more interested in winning arguments than ball games. That was a little harsh.
Certainly, and to your point, it's not the first time we've seen these minicamp holdouts. You're looking at some of the most notable ones. We all remember Joey Bosa back in 2016, and then Jamarcus Russell and what his career turned into. So it's not so much the fact that he doesn't want to sign the contract here, Joel. It's that he's now left minicamp, and it's this weird situation where it doesn't really feel like there's an end in sight. What is the solution? Is it simply one party has to give here?
Yes, there's no way you can compromise on this. Either the guarantees all future years void with any one default or breach, or the ones in that specific year void. Somebody is going to have to cave. I think he's right because the guy last year, Amarius Mims, was picked 18th, one spot below him. Miles Murphy in 2023 was 28th. So why should they have more favorable language being picked later than I was picked in the first round is his point.
Certainly, and something that is a continued trend here with the Bengals is that this is not the first holdout that they have been dealing with. Of course, we know last year it was T. Higgins. We've seen Joe Burrow's contract situation get out of hand. But when it comes to Trey Hendrickson here, Joel, it's kind of wild that it's taken us all the way to this point in minicamp to see we still haven't seen a contract extension for him. When you think about the rest of the market, right? Micah Parsons wants to get paid. TJ Watt sitting out of his minicamp because he wants to get paid. Talk us through the numbers here when it comes to the Bengals giving him the contract extension he deserves and how quickly they need to get it done so that they're not involved in a bidding war with some of those other names.
I would do it yesterday if I'm the Bengals for a couple of reasons. One, we've already seen the pass rusher market escalate. The highest paid pass rusher at the start of the offseason was Nick Bosa at $34 million per year. It's now Myles Garrett at $40 million per year. Hendrickson led the NFL in sacks last year. He's one of 4 players to have 35 sacks over a 2-year span. What you don't want is for other guys to continue to drive the market up, and anyone can see it's coming. In particular, Micah Parsons. Dallas drags their feet on everything. It will get done at some point in time before the regular season. He's going to reset the market. TJ Watt is the one I'd be most concerned about. If the Bengals have any type of issue of Hendrickson's age, he turns 31 in December. Watt is 2 months older. His last deal was at $28 million per year, which set the market back in 2021. That's about where the Bengals have been recently in their offers to Hendrickson. That's unacceptable, especially considering Watt is going to be way up there. It's at least going to be $35 million per year, could be as much as 40. I'd want to get my deal done of Hendrickson before we have more problems in the market, which will complicate a deal.
It's always about the money, Joel, and when it's going to fall and when we can hear from it. We will continue to wait and see, but we appreciate your time helping us clear up some of those contract conversations we've been having when it comes to Shemar Stewart and the Bengals defense. You can stay up to date with the latest NFL headlines right here on CBS Sports HQ. We've got news, highlights, instant analysis, all streaming for free on the Paramount Plus app and the CBS Sports app.